It was designed to be an alternative to cigarettes, but vaping is coming under fire from healthcare professionals, governments, and also the legal profession. A company under a lot of scrutiny is Juul. On its website, Juul says it's the alternative for adult smokers. The Juul pods are filled with the company's e-liquid formulation, which includes nicotine. Right now, the California-based company is facing a class action lawsuit in the U.S., and the law firm Neinstein Personal Injury Lawyers is building a case against Juul here in Canada. We should tell you that none of the allegations has been proven in court. Let's bring in Mike Wolkowitz. He's an associate at Neinstein Personal Injury Lawyers, and he joins us by Skype this afternoon in Toronto. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Tony, how are you?
I'm doing well. Why is your law firm pursuing legal action against Juul?
So I should say we're in the process of investigating claims. The reason we're doing so is because we've heard from a lot of community members about the effects of Juul use, in particular in our youth population, and it's a concern for us, and I would say it's become a public health concern. So, we've begun investigating the claims and the nature of them, and what we found so far I consider fairly alarming, and for that reason we're looking for people to come forward and to tell us their stories.
And how many clients have come forward so far?
We've had hundreds of people ask us for consultations, and we've only been at it for a short period of time. So the numbers, pretty staggering considering, what our reach is so far and how long we've been doing it.
And are all those people who've come forward experiencing health issues because of a certain product?
So, when you say a health issue, we view nicotine addiction as a health issue. And so anybody who's come forward at minimum, and I'm not trying to minimize addiction because I think it's a very serious issue, but at minimum has experienced issues with addiction. That's not to say that there aren't other issues. We know we have common issues like cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, some acute lung issues. There's concern about stroke and heart attack. Not that anybody has specifically mentioned that to us yet, but those are some of the things we're hearing from partners in the U.S. who are investigating these claims as well.
So you're investigating these claims. When do you expect to get this case to trial?
Well, the first step would be issuing claims. So like I said, we're in the process of retaining clients and investigating. And then the next step will be filing a formal claim for each client through the court system. When we'll get to trial, it will be very difficult to say at this point.
Any sense of damages? How much money are your clients seeking?
So it varies, right? Every client is unique in the way that they've experienced these issues. We've sort of started to conceptualize and think about how different people have been affected. Going back to your earlier question about what the health issues have been, it really depends on what that personal experience is and what of those issues they're suffering. Our biggest concern again is the youth population and sort of the impact that addictions had on behavior and schooling and long-term socioeconomic issues of that nature.
Those Juul pods are being sold in Canada, and those pods were approved by Health Canada, correct?
So that's a complicated question. I mean, e-cigarettes have been approved. They've been approved for quite some time, but regulation is changing rapidly. Ontario's debating whether we should continue to allow flavored pods. My expectation is that there will be a decision on that soon. In the States, Juul has unilaterally pulled all flavored pods, or the majority of them, I should say, from shelves, which they haven't done in Canada for reasons we're not aware of. The percentage of nicotine that's in products is also being looked at. Right now, the common pod, or the most used pod, has 5% nicotine. So other provinces or states, or countries for that matter, have looked at only allowing a lower dosage, 5% being a very high dosage of nicotine, which is part and parcel with what our claims will likely be about. It's just the sheer volume of nicotine and the method of delivery is alarming, and it's causing addiction at a rate we haven't seen in a very long time.
All right. Thanks for your time today, Mike, and sharing the information about the lawsuit.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That was Mike Wolkowitz, and he's with Neinstein Personal Injury Lawyers. We reached out to Juul Canada, and officials say they were not able to grant us an interview. However, a Juul Labs Canada spokesperson did send us a statement. This matter is not yet before the courts, and we will not speculate on this law firm's intent. Juul Labs Canada has not been contacted by health authorities, and we are unaware of Juul products being linked to any reported health incidents. We adhere to all local regulations and go above and beyond to ensure our product reaches only the adult smokers for whom it is intended. And that statement was sent to us by a spokesperson at Juul Labs Canada. Once again, none of the allegations against this company has been proven in a court of law.